Hi, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kelly Fornwell. I'm the advisor for the statewide blended and weekend MSW program options. And on behalf of myself and Paul and Aaron, who are the advising team for all of the program options in the MSW program, we just want to do a quick little video, give you some updates, reminders, make sure that you're on track and things don't get missed as we get going in the fall semester. So let me switch over here. Okay, there's the three of us right there. Okay, so first thing we wanted to let you guys know about is important dates and facts. Classes end on the 7th, so technically the semester ends on that day. And then if any of your classes have finals, and you'll want to make sure that you know if there is a final required in your class, that's going to be sometime in that week between the 10th and the 14th. So even though technically classes end, there is that finals week, and then grades will be posted the week after. The link right there is the academic calendar. It has all the dates with regards to when classes start, if there's a holiday break for any semester. So if you haven't looked at that, I recommend that you go and check that out so that you know exactly when things are. The other thing that we wanted to encourage you to do is make sure that you know when you would need to drop a class by in order to get a refund if you're using financial aid, or to make sure that no grade is reported. And that varies per semester. If it's a full 15-week class, it's normally a couple, 3, 4, 5 weeks into the semester. So make sure that you're going in checking for when that is in case something comes up and you do need to drop, making sure that you can get your money back and that you don't get a zero or a drop on your record. So check out this calendar. Just know that those are some important dates that you should know about. Make sure that you also know what your course schedule looks like as far as the classes that you're taking. Make sure that you're on track with that. But also, as far as each course goes, that you know exactly what's expected each of the weeks. So every instructor is a little bit different, but in the syllabus, it should have some kind of outline or some kind of guideline as to what the semester looks like. Make sure that you're aware of that. Make sure that you're checking that or checking in on D2L or with the instructor to make sure that you know exactly what's expected, so that things are not a surprise as you continue on. You kind of have a layout of what that's going to look like. Communication. We just wanted to stress, make sure that you're in communication with your instructors. They're the ones who manage class assignments, can work with you if something comes up and you need some help or guidance, but communicating with them and letting them know what's going on is the only way that they're going to be able to help. Same thing with us as advisors. When things come up, we have options. We have ways to support you and help you, but it's a lot harder on the back end if we have to figure out solutions after crises have already happened, and then we're a little bit more limited with regards to what our options are. So stay in communication. I always tell the people that I work with that you don't have to share anything that you don't feel comfortable with, but the more we know, the better we can help you and help you to make the best decision that makes most sense for you. So just stay in communication. Let us know what's going on. The good and the struggles, we'd like to hear all of it. So just make sure you're reaching out. Class stuff specifically with your instructor, if it's a programmatic thing or something that you need to pull your advisor in, that's what we're here for. So make sure that you're in touch. Field applications, those are due December 1st for everybody. So those of you who are in advanced standing program format, you're going to be starting your field in summer, so kind of the second half of the summer, but your application is still due December 1st. For those of you in the regular program, you'll be starting in the fall, so make sure that you are getting that taken care of. And let me move this out of the way so you can see the whole link. There's the link for all the field stuff. So you can go there, make sure that you're filling out your field application, get in touch with your field coordinator if you have any questions, make sure that you're putting all the information in there. And I do believe, I'm going to talk about certificates, but I do believe that there's a part on that field application where you let your field coordinator know if you're doing a certificate so that they can make sure that they can match up your field with whatever certificate or certificates that you're planning to do. So there's the link. Make sure that you're doing that and make sure you have it in by December 1st so that they can get that up and running. And again, that applies for both advanced standing and regular. Make sure that it's in by December 1st. certificates. So that's the link for the certificates. For those of you who have looked at that, have decided that it's something that you would like to do, make sure that you are familiar with all of the requirements for those certificates, or certificate, whichever one you're going to do. Make sure that you have the classes, the field is matched up with that. If you're not sure if you want to do a certificate, that link will give you the list. You can click on each of those. They have their own link, and you can see what the requirements are, what the certification means, what it might be able to help with, depending on which population or what part of the field you want to go into. So check that out. If you have questions, your advisor is a good person to go to. Ask them about if it makes sense in your program based on what kind of work you want to be doing. The other thing I let people know is that the coordinators of each of those certificates and the name and contact information is on through that link. So if you click on the certificate you're thinking of, at the bottom it'll have a contact person. And they're really kind of the best people to go to if you have specific questions, because they're the ones who are not only coordinating the certificate, but oftentimes are the ones who have worked in the field significant amount of time doing that type of work. So they kind of know the ins and outs and all the details of what that certificate might help with. So check that out. If you're thinking of doing something, just make sure that you're following through with all of the requirements. There is a field part with all of them. So you want to make sure that you are, again, in contact with your field coordinator, let them know that you plan to do that so that that can get matched up. And then, of course, make sure that you're taking all the classes. So there's the link there. We wanted to remind you guys about study abroad options. That's the link for that. There are several programs. They're available different times throughout the year. If you're interested in doing more than one, you can do that. So check that out. And there's contact information there too with regards to the people who are coordinating those opportunities. It's a neat way to see a different part of social work, kind of learn a little bit more hands-on in different communities and how things are done. So good opportunity if it's something that you're interested in. Applications, applications are live for our MSW program, all of our program options. And we know that you guys are out in the community doing great work already and have connections with people who might be interested, friends or coworkers or other people that you know. So we are putting a plug in. If you can word of mouth to those people, let them know that everything is up and running. That is the link. It gives the directions as well as a link to the actual application. There's an early bird deadline now of December 1st that they can turn in earlier than that January 10th, but January 10th is that final deadline. So, and you guys know that from recently applying, but we have added an early bird deadline, so let people know about that. But you can get out there and let people know that things are up and running and admissions has gotten started. We would very much appreciate that. Okay, so there are the three of us in which programs we are assigned to. So if you aren't familiar with who your primary person is to work with, any of us would be willing to help. So if you can't get a hold of one, you can reach out to the other ones, but there's our contact information, our emails anyway. Our other contact information and details are on the school's website. But we just wanted to touch base with you, say hi. Hope you guys are having a great semester, and just to keep you updated on things. So have a good rest of the week.